So you have an e-commerce store and you want to have as much organic traffic from Google as these guys. 24,000 visitors a month, 8.1 thousand visitors a month, 6,000 visitors a month, 2.6 thousand visitors a month, 18.7 thousand visitors a month, and these are just a few of the examples I have of websites that use this Claude SEO prompt to grow their rankings online. And today I'm gonna be teaching you how you can do the exact same thing following this prompt regardless of your niche, okay? This works for e-commerce stores, but it also works for local businesses, for SaaS businesses. But today we're focusing on e-commerce stores, more precisely in a supplements gummies brand. We have this brand right here. It's called Olly. It's very popular. It's not my website. They sell gummies. They have probiotics. They have melatonin. They have metabolism gummies. They're pretty much a gummy DTC e-commerce website. And today we're going to be using this prompt right here that I already showed you. If you want access to this prompt, just comment prompt in the comment section and I will make it available for you. But the only thing you need to know about this prompt is your website URL, what's your goal with these articles, and you have to obviously give it to Claude. So let's jump into Claude right now. By the way, Claude will be the brain and the mind of this automation, of this workflow, but the actual engine that will generate this content and publish it directly to our Shopify store so it grows the traffic, it's called Arvow, okay? I'm gonna leave a link in the description for Arvow in case you wanna try it and you want to explore this workflow. But let's go back to the beginning so I can tell you exactly how to use this prompt. So you're gonna access these because I will share it with you, and then you will just copy everything, you will paste it into Claude, and then Claude has all the instructions of what it needs to do. It needs to analyze your competitors, identify SEO blog opportunities that are aligned with buyer intent and the business current offerings, and it will retrieve you content gaps, keyword clusters, ranking opportunities, and finally the blog titles and keywords for the generation. Okay, it will generate you a prioritized list of SEO optimized blog titles that we will then feed into Arvow so we can generate these articles fully optimized. And by fully optimized, I mean with high quality images, with a table of contents, with internal links, with the right heading structure, with quotes, bullets, tables, FAQs, everything that your article needs to get you results instead of being just a generic ChatGPT or even Claude basic article. So after pasting the prompt right here, we'll ask you for some business context. You don't need to give much information because just from the website URL, Claude will be able to retrieve every information available there. So he asked me which business is this blog content for, and I replied with the Olly website. And after that, he asked me what's the primary goal for this content, where I answered sales and conversions. Okay, if you are a local business, you don't want probably sales and conversions, you want leads or traffic. But in this case, because it's an e-commerce store and people can purchase things right away, my goal is to have sales and more conversions to my store. So after this context, Claude took like 2 minutes to think and he got back to me with Olly is a business I don't have current context, so let me verify their actual products and positioning before generating anything. And after 1 or 2 more minutes, Olly is well mapped now. It's a US gummy supplement brand on Shopify with categories spanning sleep, stress, gut and probiotics, multivitamins, beauty, women's health, and kids. Let me ground the competitive and keyword side before generating the titles. And here we have the research summary. Okay, you might use this for other purposes, like for generating Instagram posts or Twitter posts or any other content online. But yeah, he gave me the biggest opportunity, okay, which is a defensive plus commercial, since competitor brands are actively publishing comparison content that ranks for Olly's own brand queries and positions Olly below them. So we want to defend ourselves by creating comparative content as well that positions us above the other competitors. We have here an example. For example, a Lemmy article targets Lemmy versus Ritual versus Olly versus VitaFusion, and explicitly ranks Lemmy above the others, above us, and we don't want that. So after that, Claude came back to us with the blog title and keyword list with the priorities, and we can see that it separated these into different clusters. Okay, first we have the bottom of the funnel queries, which is comparison articles. You can see Olly versus VitaFusion, Olly versus Golly, Olly versus Nature Made, Olly Sleep versus Extra Strength versus Maximum Strength, and are gummy vitamins as effective as pills? Okay, then we have the commercial, the best for why. So best melatonin gummies for better sleep, best supplements for stress and everyday calm, best probiotic gummies for gut health. And not only does it give us the title and the primary keyword, it also gives us extra supporting keywords and the intent. Okay, you can see the intent here in this tier is purely commercial, but we also have a different cluster which is more focused in informational content. Okay, this is more top of the funnel content. And then once you have these tables, all right, you just need to ask Claude to turn this table into an Excel sheet so we can import it to Arvow. Okay, so you simply ask for a spreadsheet, super simple, just turn me this into an Excel sheet with keyword plus title, one per column, no headings. This is the right structure for the CSV to be imported successfully for Arvow, and then in a matter of a minute, you will retrieve us this information, this Excel file that we can immediately export to Arvow. And once you are inside Arvow, there's really only 2 or 3 things you need to do. Okay, the first one is obviously to connect your Shopify store, and Arvow integrates seamlessly with Shopify. You just come here to Shopify. Okay, they have here an instructions manual on how to connect your store, but it takes less than 2 minutes. And once you have your Shopify store configured, you just need to create here your knowledge base where you include some more information about your business. And this could be PDFs, it could be text, it could be your website. Like simply just click here on add asset and you add these things like text documents, and you add information about your brand. You add some PDFs about your products. You can even add your website URL so that Arvow has more context, more information, and can write more tailored content. Once you're done with the configuration of Shopify and the knowledge base, the only thing you need to do is to come here to the content, you create a new campaign, okay, and you start adding this file, okay? You just click here on add SEO articles, you click import, you import your Excel sheet that you downloaded from Claude, and your automation will be ready to start, okay? And I already created here 3 articles, okay? We have the best melatonin gummies for better sleep. We have is melatonin safe for kids? And then we have a comparison article comparing Olly with VitaFusion, okay? I can open this one for you about the melatonin for kids, and you can see that these articles are astonishing. They have table of contents, they have a featured image, they have a meta description, alt texts in every single image. Okay, if you understand about SEO, you know how important these are. You have the right heading structures, quotes, bullets, internal links. Okay, you have also external links, and at the end you will have some nice FAQs that will be gold for your AI citations. Okay, we have the comparison one right here, the Olly versus VitaFusion. You can see the images are very high quality, high fidelity images. You have a table comparing both products. You have more links, more images, and overall, this is a piece of content that is absolutely ready to rank. And with this Claude prompt and with this output that Claude gives us, you can see here the Excel sheet and Arvow, you can literally achieve results like these guys. Okay, they all use this template, they all use this workflow and this prompt, and the results truly speak for themselves. So this is the workflow, guys. You can also further configure here some more things about the links. For example, you configure your sitemap. You can set how many images do you want. You can choose if you want videos or not. You can change the language, of course, the target country. But I didn't want to go much in depth about it because I just want to show you the overall workflow and how easy it is to operate with this tool Arvow. So if you want to try it and if you want to try the workflow, just use the link in the description. I will leave it in the description and I will also include the coupon code. And once again, if you want access to the prompt that generates this type of content and this type of keyword research, just comment prompt in the comment section. And as I said, I will send it to you. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe the channel as it helps me a lot. Don't forget to watch this video right here and I see you on the next one.